Hello beautiful people and welcome back to TopNoteByA. Today I'm sharing 10 addictive fragrances that I have in my collection. If you are interested to find out which 10 fragrances from my collection that I deem addictive and I cannot get enough of, then stay tuned. Well guys, like the intro said, I'm sharing 10 of my most addictive fragrances that I have in my collection. But before I share my fragrances with you guys, do not forget to thumbs up the video so that YouTube will know that you like my content. Also leave me a comment in the comment section. And if you are viewing me for the first time, visiting this channel for the first time, my name is Amanda. This is TopNoteByA and you are very much welcome. That being said, the first fragrance that I have in my collection that I think is very addictive and alluring and I cannot get enough of is by Kilian, and this is Good Girl Gone Bad. This fragrance is floral, it's fruity, it's powdery. There is something that is giving this fragrance powderiness for me that I cannot think of which note is giving this fragrance that powderiness. But the fragrance has osmanthus, May rose, it has Indian tuberose, it has narcissus, the base has cedar and amber. But I cannot, for the life of me, I cannot figure out why this fragrance has this powderiness and is so beautiful that I cannot get enough of. I always want to smell this fragrance. Even when I'm not wearing it, I go to my closet and I open it and I just smell it from the optimizer, and it's still the same. It's this powderiness that I get, this floral sweet powdery note that I get from the fragrance. So the first fragrance is Good Girl Gone Bad by Kilian. I move on. I cannot do without, my addictive fragrances without adding DELINA Exclusive. I just got the original DELINA, which is very beautiful fragrance, but I cannot do without DELINA Exclusive. This fragrance, when I say this fragrance is addictive, when I say this fragrance is intoxicating, when I say this fragrance is alluring, it's everything. It's beast mode. It has lychee, it has incense, it has vanilla, it has agarwood. It's a very well done fragrance. It's a fragrance that most people that I introduced to this fragrance, they like. I do have a couple of my friends that love this fragrance already. So when I say this fragrance is addictive, it's addictive. It gives you compliment. It gets you so many compliments. Everywhere you go, people will be asking you, what are you wearing? It's a compliment getter. It's sexy. It's beast mode. It lasts, maximum projection, maximum longevity. It is a very well done fragrance. And I do have it in my collection and I cannot get enough of this fragrance. I move on. Another fragrance that I cannot get enough of is by YXL, and this is YXL Libre La Parfum. I could have also added YXL Libre Intense, but I think I have talked about that fragrance enough already. I love that fragrance. That fragrance is addictive. That fragrance, it's like intoxicating. That fragrance, you just want to smell it all day, every day, and that fragrance lasts. But this also gives you the same vibe as the Intense, but with lesser vanilla in the fragrance. It's vanillic, it's sweet. Oh my goodness, it's floral, it's ambery. It has vanilla, of course. It has saffron, orange. It has saffron, it has orange. It has ginger, it has bourbon vanilla. It also has tonka bean in here. This fragrance is one of the best purchases for me for 2022, and I do have a video coming up about my blind buy, the best blind buys that I have done in the year 2022, and this one made the list. It's that good, it's that addictive for me. I move on. Another addictive fragrance that I have in my collection is by Serge Lutens, and this is Un Boy Vanille. This fragrance when I first got this fragrance, I fell in love already. It's also part of my best blind buys of 2022. This fragrance, I fell in love with it, and I always say I will buy a backup to the backup. This is the fragrance. This is one of the fragrances that I can honestly say that I do want a backup, and I do want to back up that backup. This is the fragrance. This has vanilla, it has coconut milk, it has bee wax, it has black licorice, it has Gaia wood, mox, and also benzoin. It's long lasting, it performs. One of the best vanillas that I have come across in my fragrance journey is Bois Vanille. Love this fragrance, cannot get enough of this fragrance. You know you cannot get enough of a fragrance when you sit down and you think about the fragrance, you dream about the fragrance. Let me take a sip. You dream about the fragrance. You go in your fragrance area just to smell the fragrance. Even on the nozzle or the atomizer, it smells so delicious. Smells so good. This is a fragrance that is well done. This is fragrance, you know, that it takes my breath away when I smell this fragrance. I move on. Another intoxicating and addictive fragrance that I have in my collection is from Maison Francis Dejean, MFK, and this is Oud Satin Mood. Recently, I had the opportunity to smell Oud Silk Mood, and it's so beautiful. But for me, Oud Satin Mood is the girl for me. This is the one for me. Roses, and I think it has vanilla in here. Well done, beast mode. It gets you compliments. You know, it lasts in your clothes for days and days and days. When you wear this fragrance, it's bossy, it's classy. You know, you wanna smell yourself all day. You wanna feel yourself all day. It's that boss chick fragrance. And I just go in my closet, and sometimes when I'm not using it, I just spray it. The thing with this fragrance is that I do not have a huge dent, but I do have a dent in here. I don't want to buy it because it's expensive, and for some reason I have now found this on sale. This is one of the fragrances that I paid full price for, and if you have watched this channel for a while, we do not pay full price for most fragrances. We buy them at a discount. But this one I had to pay full price for the fragrance, and I'm waiting. If I get another backup to this fragrance, then I will start using it more. Do you do this thing that you have a fragrance that you love the fragrance to the point that you don't want to wear it all the time because you are afraid of, you know, using it up? This is the fragrance that, you know, I'm afraid of using it up, but I do use the fragrance. So beautiful, so beautiful, so nice. I move on. Another fragrance that I cannot get enough of is from Amouage, and this is Lilac Love. This fragrance with the lilac, with the heliotrope in there, it has patchouli. It's a well done fragrance. It's a beast mode fragrance. It's a fragrance that lasts on your skin. It's a fragrance that gives you compliment. It gets you compliment. It's a fragrance when you want to feel bold, when you want to feel sexy, you can wear. It's a fragrance that is versatile, that, you know, you can take out, you can sleep in this fragrance. It's powdery, it's, you know, it's sexy. This fragrance is very sexy for me, and I love that about this fragrance. I love that patchouli in there, that this patchouli in here gives this fragrance some chocolatey vibe, but then I don't think there is chocolate in this fragrance, but the patchouli in here gives it this chocolatey vibe to the fragrance, and it's powdery and very beautiful, well done fragrance. So yeah, one of my most addictive fragrances that I have in my collection is from Amouage, and this is Lilac Love. I move on. Guys, how can I do my most addictive fragrances in my collection without talking about CAVORT? This has patchouli, labdanum, ylang ylang. Oh, saffron. Oh, it's so good. It's so addictive. I just want to smell it. I just want to smell this fragrance all day, every day. This fragrance is that boss chick fragrance. This fragrance is everything. This fragrance is when you want to feel sexy, you want to feel bold. Oh, it's warm. It's ambery, the white florals in here. It's everything. This fragrance, when So Avant-Garde is having a sale, that 30% off, go ahead and use Aisha 30 or Shiree. I think it's Shiree 30. And I can leave those coupon codes in the description, but I think it's Aisha 30, I know for a fact, but you can also use Shiree 30 to get 30% off, and you will get this at a good price. But this fragrance, when I say this fragrance is addictive, this fragrance is addictive. This is also one of the fragrances that I will go in my closet and I will smell it. This fragrance I use for special occasions, like I'm doing date night with a husband, I'm going to a party that I want to show up and show off, and you know, I want you to smell me before I even enter the room, which is another fragrance topic that I can talk about. I can make a list of fragrances that, you know, they will smell you before you enter the room. I have to make that video, come out with my 10 fragrances that they smell you before you enter the room, and this is one of them. Before you enter the event center, they already know that you coming, and then when you get there, they will be like, you have arrived. This is the fragrance. I move on. Another addictive fragrance that I have in my collection is from Kayali, and this is Vanilla 28. Vanilla orchid, jasmine, tangerine, caramel, no sorry, brown sugar. Oh, this fragrance is a fragrance that I say it's such a versatile fragrance that anybody that has a fragrance collection should have this particular fragrance from Kayali, Vanilla 28, because it lends to so many other fragrances. It layers very well with so many fragrances. You can layer it with a woody fragrance and it will do very well. You can layer this with a sweet fragrance and it will do very well. You can layer this with a floral fragrance and it will do very well. So yeah, one of the most addictive, versatile fragrances that I have in my collection is from Kayali, and this is Vanilla 28. I move on. Another fragrance that I have in my collection that is very addictive to my nose and on my skin, and what other people have complimented, is actually Black Orchid. This fragrance, I know, is either you like it or you hate the fragrance, but the patchouli in here, the truffles, the chocolate, so good, performs very well, lasts for days in your clothes. That is this fragrance. So well done fragrance. I feel like Tom Ford, this is Tom Ford Black Orchid. Tom Ford, the designer line, in my opinion, performs better than the private line. Have you guys noticed that? Leave me a comment in the comment section. I have noticed that the designer line, Tom Ford, the fragrances performs way better than the private blends. Maybe it's just me, I don't know, but that's what I have noticed. But this is a well done fragrance. Love the warmth of this fragrance. Love the earthiness from the patchouli. It's earthy, it's sweet, it's vanillic. Can you believe this? This also has vanilla. This is vanillic and incensey too. So it is a very polarizing fragrance. It's like I said before, it's either you like it or you hate it. There is no middle ground that I have found, but I love this fragrance. I will rebuy this fragrance. If I ever run out of this fragrance, I'm repurchasing this fragrance. I move on. Another fragrance that I have in my collection that is intoxicating, is addictive, is alluring. You just want to roll your eyes when you smell this fragrance. It's from Swiss Arabian, and this is SHAGHAF Oud. This actually bumped my love for Oud Bouquet. I actually preferred this to Oud Bouquet from Maison Lancôme. This fragrance opens with saffron. It has oud, it has rose, it has another oud, it has praline and vanilla. This is sweet, it's oudy, it's woody, it's floral from the rose. It lasts long. This fragrance lasts long and a day. And sillage is there. You get compliments with this fragrance. And it's very affordable. Very affordable fragrance. And it's that addictive. I don't know. Most people talk about this fragrance that I watch. They do talk about this fragrance. But for me, it's not even about the price. It's about how well this fragrance is done. It is, like I said, it's a little sweeter than Oud Bouquet. But when you are comparing the two, this and Oud Bouquet, to somebody who doesn't know about fragrances, it's like the same fragrance. Just that for me, on my skin and to my nose, this is a little bit sweeter. So I prefer the praline in this fragrance. I prefer the sweetness of this fragrance to Oud Bouquet. So yeah, one of the most addictive fragrances that I have in my collection is SHAGHAF Oud from Swiss Arabian. I move on. I want to do a bonus fragrance. This is also new to my collection and I have been going on this fragrance. This is called Casablanca and it's also from Swiss Arabian. This has apple, it has grape, it has caramel. So it's not a vanilla fragrance, but it kind of performs like a vanilla fragrance. It performs very well. It gets you compliment. Most people that I know will compliment me on this fragrance. And also for the price that you pay, I crave this fragrance. This is like some places you can get this for $19. I got mine from Amazon for $31, but if you go on Joma Shop and they have it, it's there for $19. So for the price, even for the $31 that I paid, this performs very well and it gets you compliment, and I really cannot get enough of this fragrance. And when I say I can't get enough, I've only had this since January actually, and you know, I've put a dent in it. So yeah, I do crave this fragrance. I love the performance of this fragrance. I love the caramel in this fragrance. I love the apple opening and the grape. I feel like for what it is, the way it performs like a vanilla fragrance, but then there is no vanilla notes that I have found everywhere. It has caramel in the base. It's so good. It's a good fragrance. It's an addictive fragrance. It's a fragrance that, you know, draws people in when you wear it. I move on. Guys, thank you for your time. Thank you for viewing my channel. Thank you for the support of my content. If you like what you see and you're visiting for the first time, go ahead and leave me a subscribe. Also, thumbs up the video so YouTube know that you love my content. Until I see you on another video, stay blessed, smell fabulous, and bye for now.